Good morning, children. Welcome to 6th standard online science revision class. Today you are going to write the science exam. May the good Lord blesses you to write the exam well, children. So today we are going to revise the science portions. Okay, children, we are going to concentrate on the quarterly portions. Hope you have written the exam, first midterm exam, and prepared well for that. So we are going to concentrate only on the quarterly portions, children. Shall we? Yes. Okay, children, now we are going to concentrate on the quarterly portions. Hope you have revised the midterm portions well and written a test itself, isn't it? Now we will concentrate on the quarterly portions. In quarterly portion, biology second lesson, the cell lesson. So we will revise some of the question answers. Okay, so what is the question? The question is, what is an organelle? Name some organelles. What is an organelle? Name some organelles. The answer is, tiny structures called organelles lie suspended in the cytoplasm. Some of the organelles are plasma membrane, nucleus, mitochondria. Okay, plasma membrane, nucleus and mitochondria are the organelles. The next question is, what causes the color of ripe fruits? So the answer is chromoplast. Chromoplast causes the color of the ripe fruits. Chromoplast, CHROMOPLAST. Chromoplast causes the color of the ripe fruits. Okay, now detailed answers. Draw a plant cell and an animal cell. Distinguish between them. Plant cell and animal cell distinguishing, it is enclosed, which is the plant cell is enclosed by a rigid cell wall, whereas in the case of animal cell there is no cell wall. Plant cell contains plasticytes. Animal cells, it does not have plastids. Plant cell, a mature cell, has one or few large vacuoles. Animal cell, vacuoles are not found in all animal cells. When present, they are small. So this is the diagrammatic representation of an animal cell and a plant cell. Practice these two diagrams thoroughly, children, and try to mark all the parts of the cells. Okay, children, so draw the diagram using pencil, sharp HB pencil. No need of coloring. If you want to color it, use only pencil coloring. No other things like water colorings or crayons or sketches should be used. Only color pencil should be used. Okay, children, the diagram must be neat and clear so that I will give you full mark. Is it clear, children? Yes, good. Now we will go with the physics lesson. Okay, lesson 3, measurements. How many units are defined in SI? Give the SI units of 3 base quantities. Okay, how many units are defined in SI? Give the SI unit of 3 base quantities. That's your question, right? So the base quantities are mass. The unit of mass is kilogram. Symbol of the unit is kg, capital K, small letter g. The next one is length. Unit is meter and the symbol is small letter m. The next quantity is time. The unit is second. Don't write seconds. Don't add s. It should be second. And symbol of the unit is s, small letter s. Fourth one, temperature. The unit of temperature is Kelvin. It should begin with the small letter K. And the symbol of the unit is capital K. Symbol should be capital K, but while you are writing in the words, it should start with the small letter K. Is it clear, children? Why does a clinical thermometer have a kink? The next question, question number 5. Why does a clinical thermometer have a kink? That's your question. The kink does not allow the mercury to move back into the bulb itself. The king does not allow the mercury to move back into the bulb itself. That's why the king is used in the clinical thermometer. Okay, now the detailed answer. Describe the construction of a laboratory thermometer. Describe the construction of a laboratory thermometer. The thermometers used in laboratories are called laboratory thermometers. Like clinical thermometers, they have a small bulb at one end of a long glass cylinder called stem. The bulb holds mercury and is connected to a very thin tube inside the stem called the bore. When the bulb is heated, the mercury expands into the bore. Things expand when they heated, isn't it? So it looks like a thin shining thread. A temperature scale is marked on the stem. The thermometer reading is the temperature mark at the end of the thread of mercury. I repeat, the thermometer used in laboratories are called laboratory thermometers. Like clinical thermometers, they have a small bulb at one end of a long glass cylinder called the stem. The bulb holds mercury and is connected to a very thin tube inside the stem called the bore. When the bulb is heated, the mercury expands into the bore. It looks like a thin shining thread. The temperature scale is marked on the stem. The thermometer reading is the temperature mark at the end of the thread of mercury. Not only this, you have to draw the diagram of the thermometer. Okay, very simple diagram. Am I right, children? Very simple diagram. You have to draw the diagram. So practice this diagram also well and mark the parts neatly so that you will get a full mark for this question, children. Hope you have understood the revision thoroughly, children. Also write your exams only in the unruled paper. So science exam should be written in the unruled paper. You must follow that here afterwards. Before writing the exam, draw the margin and start to write. Your handwriting should be neat and legible. Neat handwriting will fetch you more marks. Draw lines after each and every answer, especially for the question answer. So neatness will bring you more marks. Avoid mistakes, be confident and sincerely and faithfully write your test, children. So hope you will do the exam well, children. All the best. Meet you in the next class.